Hi there, welcome to Pitchside once again. Now, not so long ago, our guest today was a student at Makerere University pursuing an engineering degree. Today, he's regarded as one of the best holding midfielders in the region. Taddeo, nice to have you on Pitchside.
Thank you.
How have you been, man? How are you?
I'm okay.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm fine. I've not seen you in a long while. But first of all, Taddeo, Pitchside would like to know, you're one of the very few players who didn't actually go through an academy setup. Playing for Academy X, Y, then you come from there and, make it in your career. How's your football journey been as Taddeo Lwanga?
I chose the academy thing. Like I had an opportunity to play for KKL, but I was in school. Fortunately, the academy was based at Odi Kampala, where I was studying from. Though me, I was so much into my books. I was seeing people playing. Like I have a couple of friends from there, like Saddam Juma, Gift Ali. We are playing the KKL, and they used to travel a lot. But me, I had not so much interest in football, but I was talented, though. So I wanted to first focus on my career, like to study. Then I complete as I juggle all like.
All right. So you didn't play in secondary. Tell me about how it developed at university, because I want to know. Yes, you are studying as you are playing football, but when did it be so serious? When did you really now take it on as Taddeo Lwanga?
Actually, it started. I had a friend.
Yes.
He's still there. He's called Sozi David.
Yes.
I used to pass via his workplace, like at Owino.
Yes.
He told me, Taddeo, you are talented. You know how to play football. What?
Yes.
Someday then he came to me that he had some information that this manager, Chiwanuka, he was managing Chadondo.
Yes.
Saza.
Yes.
He was managing Chadondo. So like, the manager knows you so much, like, just come and try out, like, I told him it was me to try out, like, no, you are going straight to that team. Then,
Yes.
Then I went there. Reaching there, we chatted. He knew a lot about me, like,
Yes.
I was school at Odikamba. He knew everything, like, so I gave it a go, like, in a training, and it was superb. Then they gave me a license. I played like.
So you played for Chadondo Masaba?
Chadondo, I played a season there. So
okay.
After there, then he was a friend to Coach Bosa.
Yes.
Coach Bisa, so Shafik.
Yes.
Then he was at Proline. He was coaching the academy. So
yes.
They told me to go there, like for the unders. But actually, I went and I played. Mujibu was the coach and Abdallah Mubiru.
Yes.
Yeah, Mujibu was the coach. Then I started training. Yeah, they put me straight to the senior team. Okay. They wanted to give me a license.
Yes.
It was a Sunday that then they told me, go, you come back on Monday, then you come, you sign a contract, but on that Sunday,
yes.
There comes my uncle. I'd never seen him, like, he came at home, at my mom's, like,
yes.
Started chatting. Asked mom, who's that? She told me, he's your uncle, like, and the uncle knew me, like, they told me, you, like,
So who is the uncle? People need to know who.
Coach Bosa. Like,
Coach Bosa.
Yeah.
Okay.
He told me, no, you don't go to Proline. Those guys are going to give you a contract of 10 years. I said, what? Then he told me, tomorrow, come at 8 a.m. at Wankuluku. Then I see if you can still play.
Yes.
Then I went there.
That's Monday.
Yeah, Monday. I went there on Monday. Like,
yes.
There was Coach Bosa, there was Coach Video.
Yes.
Video now, I think.
Yes.
Like, then I played, man, we are going to give you a license. Then I disappeared. After 1 week of training, I disappeared. Let me go back to my books. That was in my second year at MOOC, I think. Then he called me again. Taddeo, what are you doing? Then finally I decided, like, let me go give it a better try. Like, and I went there. Then Coach Video played me in the defense.
Yes.
Okay, you are good defense. Coach, I'm not coming back. Then after some months, like 3 months, then Coach Video was sacked.
Yes.
Then Coach called me again. You come.
Yes.
Then I came. First, I trained for 2 weeks. Then, poof, he played me in the midfield. Right. I started from there. Like, I played 1.5 seasons. Then I made a transfer to Villa. Then from Villa, you know what happened.
The rest is history. How would you describe Coach Bosa as a coach? Because Yes, I know he's your uncle and you're related, but how would you describe him?
Yeah, he's a good mentor actually. He's a good guy, and he helps a lot of young players. Like he has a good heart. Like can sacrifice himself for you.
Yeah,
he's a great guy. Like.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, so you played at Express. From Express, you switched to their bitter rival, Sports Club Villa. From Villa, you played for Vipers. Those are the three teams you've played for in Ugandan football, at least in the top flight. When you played in the Uganda Premier League with all those teams, and I know you won the league at Vipers.
Vipers, yeah. Sure.
Yeah. How would you describe the league then and now?
Right there in the league, I think was very competitive because when you looked at teams, the teams which were underdogs, like you looked at Bright Stars of Coach Kajova.
Yes, at that time.
No one could survive in Mwerere. No, just look at a bull there in Ginger. Yes. Like the league was very competitive. Look at Villa of Coach Bosa. Yes. You look at KCC of Coach Mike Motevi. Like because for us we had Coach.
Da Costa.
The Portuguese, yeah. Da Costa. Yes. It was very competitive, very competitive. Right now I see like Vipers is a little bit high, like just
there's a
KCC comes in like there's some gap.
What lesson did you pick out playing at AFCON 2019?
That was the best moment in my career, like, and I attribute it to hard work and God, like because I remember I was going to be left even before even before we traveled to Dubai, Abu Dhabi, I was going to be left. Like there was a team going to play Kosafa.
Yes.
And my passport was taken at the South African embassy. Like then we had a friendly with the under-20s. Like so I gave it my all in that game. As what comes may, like
Yeah.
I played. I remember actually I was the best. So I had a stall at night. Your passport's going to be brought back. What? On the final day, boom, I was seeing myself on the list, like on the traveling list, like too.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised because I had done much, like just I'd given it my all, like
Yeah.
Sure. There are a lot of opportunities at African. Like every footballer yearns to play at African. The major scouts are there, like the agents are there. Like if you can go there and play very well, actually you can change your life, like because I was a local guy, like
Yeah.
Then I turned professional, like for the few minutes I played, actually my best game I played like for 30 minutes.
Yes.
30 minutes I came in as a substitute, like see my guys were suffering, like
So you
I managed to calm that storm, like just those 30 minutes got me a professional team, like so.
Yeah. Let's move on to the post-AFCON era. Quite so many players after the AFCON were really wanted by so many clubs. But when all was said and done, most of you went to the Egyptian Premier League. You joined Tanta. How was that experience like to play there?
Egyptian League, I think it is the best league. It is the most competitive league in Africa.
In the Egyptian League.
In Africa, it is the most competitive.
Even though there is a Al that dominates and wins the league and Zamalek,
it is competitive. Like the football is high level. Like that's why they can buy a player from the Egyptian League straight into the Premier League. Actually, me at first I was enjoying at Tanta, and then COVID hit in, because I remember the last month we were paid was November. Like in that month we had an international break.
Yes.
We were playing African qualifications, we had a match with Malawi at Nambole and Burkina Faso, but
yes.
When I went back, my money was still, but the problem started, it wasn't a big problem in December. Then December we didn't get money, January we didn't get money, February we didn't get money, then in March COVID hit in and the problem became worse. It was difficult. I have a family here. I don't play for people to say that Taddeo was in Egypt. I play for myself. I play for my family. I play to be well.
Yes.
So I can't be somewhere where I'm not paid. And actually, the team lost 10 players.
Some of them Egyptian nationals.
Yes, including the captain. It was difficult for me. I had to make a decision. My agent, and it was difficult for the team also, because losing such a big number of players when the league is is still going on, like, you know, because the league was first hit by COVID, then they resumed like in July.
Yes.
They are resuming, but we asked for the money. They were, no, we play, and we see that.
So Taddeo, you mentioned that you are an agent. You mentioned the word agent here. How best does the manager-agent relationship work?
First of all, it starts with your performance. Like, you can't just go there and play shit football and you expect to have like a good agent, and you expect someone to be having good contacts with some big clubs, like, you know, just so it starts with you. If you are performing well, then you ease that job for the what?
For the agent.
For the agent, and some people are not trustworthy, like, you know, there are some agents who are money-minded, like, you know. So right there you can make a bad decision, but you need to have some mentors also. You don't just go into something like you can't feel. Like, you have to ask some people, like some people who have been there, like who have been there in football, some managers, some professional players, like your friends. What is this like? If you get options. And it is not all about talent. How do you behave? What is your characters? Like, you can be a good player, but you are indisciplined, like, you know. So you have to be disciplined, like, you know, you have to be focused. A serious agents, they have lawyers, like, you know. That's like in the signing of contracts, that's where lawyers come through. An agent discusses the terms. So you need to be working as a team. And then you also go and read through, like, you know, as a person, like, you know,
and
is this what we agreed?
One of the biggest stories in Uganda has been the return of Alan Okello to KCCFC on loan from Paradu, and that has raised quite some dust, with very many people insisting and wondering why Ugandan players don't last long in professional stints and then they come back and play here. What's that thing that people don't know about playing professional football?
Many things happen. I hear people like, guys are not prepared well, like, you know, just, it's not that. There are many factors which matter a lot. Like, you know, just I'll give you an example of Mia Farouk in Turkey.
Yes.
Guy was playing well. Mia is a top guy. He was playing very well. Just coaches have agents. What agents have players to do. An agent can bring in a player, then he tells the coach, my player should play. Like, he has to play. So Mia was there, was playing well. Then they bring in another player, like, you know.
And just like that.
You know. Then he comes back, you say, Mia is supposed to be it, you know. Start yapping. Instead of supporting the lad. We need that support. We don't need criticism, like, you know. Support your own, like, you know. People don't know, like, you know, it is not easy at all. It is not all about the talent. It is not all about giving in on a pitch, like, you know. There are many factors. Here in Uganda, you can get someone, he plays like for one season, he scores 10 goals or what. No. Then someone comes in, no. Let's take him to Arab countries. You know how hostile those guys are. Like, they want quick fix things, like, you know, quick fix.
Yeah.
If they buy you,
don't perform.
Which is not like in Europe. In Europe, like, the club can buy a player. Yeah. They sign him for 6 years.
Yes.
Then they have a target. Let's give this guy 2 years or 3 years, like,
you know, settle
in, like, you know, which is not like in Africa here, like, you see. Yeah. It is not like that. So someone comes back in 6 months, then people start to talk. That's not football. Yeah. It is about money. It is not football. It is money. The guy hasn't failed. The way to take his money. If it is about football, buy a player, sign him for 5 years.
Yes.
Give him time. Give him time to come.
Because he needs the time.
You know, give him time.